And I realized that most of the questions asked are the same questions in the minds of a lot of entrepreneurs and startups, which are still unanswered. So in this video, I'll be answering most of those questions. Hi, it's Oghoghozino again from Aggital Works, a multiple award-winning digital agency in Lagos, Nigeria. If you're new here, this channel is dedicated to sharing relevant knowledge on entrepreneurship, business, leadership, personal development, good hacks, and loads of content you definitely would learn from. So be sure to subscribe to this channel, hit the bell icon so as to get notified when a new video is up. So this video is about entrepreneurship questions and answers. Over the years, I've had a series of interviews about my entrepreneurial journey, how it all started, and how I got to this point. And I realized that most of the questions asked are the same questions in the minds of a lot of entrepreneurs and startups, which are still unanswered. So in this video, I'll be answering most of those questions. And I know you will catch one or two, so follow me as we begin. Okay, it all started as an intuition actually, and back then while I was working, I used to have an 8 to 5 job, but then close at night. Before the job, I understood that there were some things within my control and there were some things I cannot control. So I'm able to make some things happen while some things are beyond my powers. And it made me understood the relevancy of work. Work I mean now is getting the job done, not just the talking, like work in itself. At some point, I got into music and I met with a couple of persons, to teach me how to play. I was playing the guitar first, and I picked interest in the trumpet, and I was like, I met someone and I want to learn this, and he was like, it's not for babies. Yeah, and I needed to prove him wrong that I would learn this thing regardless. So I picked up the trumpet, I bought one, I picked it up, started rehearsing. I mean, I rehearsed to a point that within a short period of time, I outplayed that same person. So it all made me understood the relevancy of work. I mean, the doing itself. So while I was working where I worked before now, I mean, great work environment, brilliant place to work. I mean, I learned a whole lot. Very rigid environment. You don't want to know. And I mean, I hope my boss, my then boss, will watch this video. See, that place, I must tell you, it was good. Honestly, it was good. The way we work there, you cannot press your phone. Who are you to press your phone? You resume in the morning, you have a work package. Now, you must finish your work package before you leave the office. So if you finish your work package by 10 p.m., good. If you don't finish it that day, you are just done for. So the way work was there, I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. People tend to ask me then, how were you able to survive this long period? Because I worked with the company for 4 years and some months. So they asked me, how were you able to survive the company working almost 5 years? And I'm like, you understand what your boss wants. Give him what he wants, and that's it. So I understood the relevance of work, and while I was there, I was doing my good stuff, doing my work as it should be, and I like work basically. So we tend to align, myself and my boss. I like work. I like it. Because I have come to realize that, see, you don't work, you don't earn. You don't work, you don't get nothing. So I understood that, and I try to work. So I do a lot to make myself better at the job and all of those stuff. So I knew that at some point I'd leave the company. Definitely, I knew. And it all started, my entrepreneurial journey started as an intuition from God, basically. While I was working, I had the opportunity to converse or to meet with a lot of persons and businesses. So I realized a lot of businesses are struggling. So it was like a need, again, like I said, it was an intuition from God. Starting Aggital was an intuition from God. So it was a need to be met, and I needed to answer that call, because when it all came, it started with the digital ages approaching, which is now. And a lot of businesses, a lot of organizations, people, a lot of individuals are way behind. And for them to thrive that digital age, some things has to be done. Basically, it was a call to help business succeed, help individuals thrive and match the digital age. And I responded to the call. So while it came, and the name of the business was given. So it wasn't like, okay, I scribbled something together. It was given. The business name is Aggital Works, which is simply works for the digital age. So we only merged age and digital to give us Aggital. So that's how we have Aggital Works. So it came in, and when I decided to quit my job, I met my boss. He just knew. He knew it was time for me to leave. So I went to his office and I told him, sir, I needed to see you. And he was like, yeah, he knows that I'm leaving. And great memories. Honestly, great memories. I loved the company. Like, amazing set of persons. I really loved the company. And he prayed for me and was like, we would see at the top. Really, he prayed for me. And we shook hands and I left. We are still friends. I mean, I still go to the company time to time to just go play with them. That was the way it was. So when I resigned from my job, you won't believe that I resigned on Friday. On Monday, I got a job. It wasn't Monday. I got an email on Sunday evening. Was it Sunday? I saw it Sunday evening. And I checked, it was a job I didn't even apply for. I was like, oh, wow. God, are you trying to tell me that you wanted me to resign from this company to this one because of this? I mean, it was good. Salary was exactly double. 100% increment. Like, double. You don't want to believe, like, I was like, eh? At the company, my previous company, Harry Baker, I resumed 8 o'clock, and I closed when I finished my work. Like, I close 9, 10, sometimes I sleep in the office. But this particular one was a managerial role. I resumed 9 o'clock, I leave the office 4 p.m. It was sweet. Sweet life. I mean, sweet life. I wouldn't lie to you, it was amazing. But then, something told me, that was not the reason why I said you should resign. But if you feel you want to go for that one, and you are fine with it, okay, fine, go. But you know, as a sharp guy now, I looked at the money like, man, double. Man, I went for the job. I worked first month, paid me the full salary, like, wow, this thing is real. Second month, paid me the full salary, like, wow, this is real. Third month, so I collected the third month salary, I resigned to start Aggital. So Aggital started that way. It started from my house. I had a great guy, Rufus. I mean, great guy. He has been with me since the start of Aggital. So I met with him, we discussed, because he has done something for me in the past. So before the whole business itself, I was cutting PPs. I was doing personal projects like So I was doing projects for a lot of persons. So I had accounts on Fiverr, I had PPH, I had freelance. So I was cutting PPs normally I had Rufus as a designer, so he does designs for me while I do development. So it all started as an intuition from God to meet the needs of businesses, to meet the needs of people, to meet the needs of organizations. So it wasn't okay, I just want to do business, let me just go into business. So that's actually how I started. You see, the truth is, beyond anything, you can only function properly in an industry you have background of, or an industry you have a proud knowledge about. So I cannot wake up and say I'm going into the medical industry. Well, I can succeed, or I might succeed because of some principles and business processes I've learned in the course of my business, but I cannot do well as someone that has a background in the medical industry. So the best industry for anyone to start up is where your strength lies. We all know where our strength lies. We all know where we actually have some edge. So the best place to start, or the best place to begin as a startup, is that particular place, that particular industry which you've got strength. Guys, honestly, like I said, I'm going to be very honest with you. One of the most important things you need to note before you start up anything, any business, is money is fuel. Like, money is fuel. Cash is fuel. See, get all the funding you can get. Get all the money you can get. All the capital you can get. Just get them. Because, guys, money is fuel. You see those people that tend to tell you, no, the idea is first. Well, I don't know, but then, see, just forget those guys. You need money. You need capital. You need cash. Cash is fuel for every business. So that's that. Then the second thing you also need to note before starting up is you don't just start and begin making money. It takes some time. You need to nurture the baby. See, I call it baby. You need to nurture the baby. You need to nurture the business. You need to grow the business to a point before you start reaping from it. It's just like a plant. At the initial stage, all you're just going to do is keep investing your time, investing money, investing resources. You nurture it from the start to the beginning, from the beginning stage to the point it becomes a full-blown tree and you start reaping from it. So those two things you need to take home with you. Note that you need money. Money is gas. Money is fuel. You need money before you start a business. To start a business, to grow a business, you need money. And secondly, you need to note that you don't just start today and begin making money. Right. All right. Well, I actually took a loan. Man, this is me being honest. I took a loan, CBN YDP loan, and 7 million naira actually, yeah. But eventually I returned it. I did. Because I was questioned. You know, my whole journey is like a call. So I was asked a question. Man, who told you, or who says you should go get a loan? And I had to return the loan that same month. So I had no interest. So I returned the loan that same month. But then I had money. You know, I mentioned that I worked before then, and I got a job that paid me double, and I worked there for 3 months. So I had some money to start. So I didn't just jump right in. I had some money. So I mean, the amount now I wouldn't say, but then I took 7 million naira to start up with, but eventually I returned it. So I started up with some money, and I raised the fund through. CBN was disbursing loans for startup and entrepreneurs, small, medium-scale businesses. So I applied. So that was how I was able to raise the 7 million naira. But then I also had money because I worked before then, and I gathered some money while I worked. I mean, I wasn't just spending and living the big boy life. So I saved, and I had some money to start up with. So that's actually how I raised money. talking about managing the competition. Yeah, the industry is very, very competitive. I mean, I must tell you the truth. My industry is very, very competitive. But then, we are quite different in our approach to working, our approach to deliveries. We stood out from the crowd because of our delivery. We are very creative. So 3 things about us, 3 things: creative innovations, intelligent designs, and project delivery. So those are the 3 cores of Aggital, and those are the things that kept us different from the crowd. Creative innovations, intelligent designs, and project delivery. So we hold those core in high esteem. Every of our projects must meet those 3 requirements. Creative, it must be creatively innovated, designs must be very intelligent, and delivery on point. So those are the things we do that help us stand away from the crowd, because this market is so saturated. So that's that. Well, about getting clients and customers, honestly, to be realistic with you, various channels works for various people. Various things works for various people. I mean, you see a lot of people doing very well on social media. Yeah, we do well on social media too. But then I would say emphatically, our jobs, our projects, our clients, I mean the good projects. Yeah, we get projects from social media, but then the good projects are not from social media. That's the honest truth in my industry. Now for you, your business or your industry might be social media centric. So you might pull out leads or customers from your social media accounts, a lot of those. I'm not saying we don't get customers or clients from social media. We've gotten a lot. But I mean, the good project, it's more like saying the guys that can pay us the money we want are not on social media, honestly. So the guys that pays us the money we want, they're not on social media. It's not a question of, so how do you get to those guys? Like I said, honest answers, realistic answers. What we do is deliver our best for every single project. Now, the way it works for us, I mean, all glory to God, the way it works for us is referrals. Honestly, referrals. So good projects we've gotten, I mean, big projects we've gotten are all from referrals. And that's why we treat every single project as the same. So whether it's a small project or a big project, creative innovation, intelligent design, and delivery must be on point. So every single project, and that is actually what has been working for us. So people sees the project and like, who did this for you? They're like, oh, it's a company called Aggital Works. Okay, can I meet them? And that's it. So social media does, yeah, marketing, online marketing, all of those things does. It does the work. We are there, we do them, we get projects. But those projects, those big projects, have always come from referrals. That's why we make sure every of our clients, every of our customers receive the best from us. And that's how we've been able to get in projects, get in customers, get in clients. All right. Okay, I'll tell you guys this, how I was able to get the right team to work with me. You see, I actually have a philosophy when hiring people as a startup. Well, that might not apply to my business now because we are now a medium scale business. We're not, yeah, we're 3 years, but then we've crossed some things. So those strategies currently is not what we use as it stands. But then in hiring staff, what we did from inception was, okay, I have the philosophy of hiring friends and family to work with me. Why? Because, I don't have money to pay professionals at that time. I don't have money to pay professionals. So I bring in friends, I bring in family that tend to understand what I'm currently going into and are ready to partner with me to start. So that is basically what I did. Every person that worked with Aggital from inception, from the beginning, were known people. Like I said, friends and family. Every person that worked with Aggital are known people. people that I know that are doing one or two things. Yes, they are not so good in what they do, but I took it upon myself to learn every single thing they do. So I taught a lot of them the things they do, different roles that were needed. I had to learn how to do those things myself. Then I brought in people that has passion for it, that likes the vision, and I began teaching them. So that's basically how I did it. But then that would not work for us now. Yes, we've gotten to a point so we can hire professionals to get the job done for us. So that's how I was able to get people in. I hired friends and family that understood the vision and was ready to run with me on that vision. Okay, we've been able to manage the team to this point because the work environment is flexible. Back then, while I was working, it's so bad that you're always angry going to the office because the environment is so hard. The environment is so rigid, and that is the reason why I had to make Aggital this way. I mean, the environment has to be easy. The environment has to be enjoyable. At Aggital, honestly, we have a culture that says work is fun and the job still gets done. The system here is very, very much conducive. It's not rigid, it's not forceful, it's not, I don't know how to explain. But the thing is, I try as much as possible to make sure the environment is not rigid. We all are in sync, we all are together, we all play together, we all work together. We make work fun. We make work fun. So that's the way we've bonded and we've been able to get the team together up onto this point. There are methodologies, there are processes to manage work environment, but honestly, this has worked for us, and that is what we maintain. And I mentioned at some point that I want to use Aggital as a case study to write a methodology of managing work environments, such that people love to come to the office. It's not a burden, because the office is fun. The office is enjoyable. It's conducive. We play together. We eat. Sometimes we eat together. We go out, have fun, do some good stuff, and the work, it gets done. So those are the things we do to make the team together, and that have brought us to this point. Honestly, I don't read books. Like, I do not read books. People tend to ask me, so how then do you learn, or do you know all of these things you know? Well, I read very well, but not books, not hard copy books, not novels. I don't know how to put it, but then I don't read books. So I research, like I'm a good researcher. If I need to know anything, or I need to understand anything, I've got Google. I learn whatever I want to learn. I don't read books. So you might call a lot of, I've not heard of them. I don't even know the authors. So I'm not a book person, but I read. I'm a good researcher. So I find out. Now, I might come across a particular thing from a book, but it doesn't mean I'm going to read the entire book. Now, I'm trying to get the knowledge of a particular thing. I do my search, my researches, and I see something from a particular book. Yes, I add it to my bank of knowledge, but not like I read the entire book. So 3 personal development tips from me to you. 1 is work. W-O-R-K. And most people have come to understand this particular quote with me about work. I tend to say when I talk to people that work in itself, W-O-R-K, is not a course. Work has been instituted before the fall of man. So God did not cause man to work because man fell. Man has started working before the fall. Even God himself worked. So you have to work. You can't just be lazy. You can't be lazy. So my first personal development tip for you, I started reading books, is work. Like, Doing. Doing. It's not the talk. Like doing. Working. So I call it working. Working. The doing itself. Do things. Do stuff. Do stuff. Get on it. Start it. Do it. Not just the talking. I mean, you just have to work. We're not caused to work. Work has been before the fall of man. I mean, our first parent, Adam, worked. He named you animals. And this is before he fell. It's before the fall. Even God himself worked. He rested on the last day. He rested on the last day. So working is important. I mean, working is important. The second personal development tip I have for you is take risk. I'm a huge fan of risk. I'm a huge fan of taking risk. I'm a huge fan of taking risk. Honestly, you don't want to know the number of risks I've taken, but you just have to. You just have to take risk. It's either you win or you lose. If you win, great. If you lose, you learn. So you need to take risk. I'm a huge fan of taking risk. So the third personal development tip I have for you is be a researcher. Be a researcher. Find out things. Learn things. Seek knowledge. Learn things. Research things. Don't just sit there. Learn. Research. Find out. Learn things. Be a researcher. I'm a big researcher. I don't read books, but I research. Okay, I got a job one time, which I eventually didn't resume with them. Someone just called me out of the blues and he said he got my number from someone, and the person said, I can learn anything. And I'm like, yes, I pride myself in it. I can learn anything, except I don't have the interest. And you don't need to show me. I would research it. I will find out. So guys, you need to be a researcher. You just have to be. Number one, work. And like I said, work is not a course. It has been instituted before the fall of man, so you have to work. Number two, take risk. I'm a huge fan of taking risk. Take risk. It's either you win or you lose. And if you lose, you learn. And number three, research stuff. Be a researcher. Research. Find out, learn, gain knowledge. That's basically my 3 personal development tips I have for you. So my advice for intending entrepreneurs, intending startups, young startups, entrepreneurs is imbibe continuity. Imbibe continuity into you. Imbibe continuity. I would explain. Continuity for me consists of 3 things. Continuity for me consists of 3 things. Consistency, persistency, and insistency. Those 3 things are what makes up continuity for me. You see, I started business with a lot of people that I know at the same time. And today they are off the market. They are out of business. You see many persons, many entrepreneurs, they start a business, they start the whole thing, and they even have a website. And you just, okay, let me just even check this guy out. And you see the website is offline. I'm like, what's going on? Is there a problem here? And I would call, I'm like, what happened to you guys? I don't see your website again. I don't see your stuff. What's going on? And saying one thing, that's it. No continuity. So we need to imbibe continuity, irrespective, regardless. Like I said, it doesn't happen in 1 year. It doesn't even happen in 3 years. You need to imbibe continuity. I think I will leave you with those 3 things. Go do research. Go do your research. Find out what consistency means. Find out what persistency means. Find out what insistency means. And come to the comment section and share with me. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much and have a great day.